How's it going, guys? In this video, I'm going to show you exactly how to build a YouTube ads campaign from scratch, step by step. So we're going to go over all the steps and everything that you need to know in this video right now. With that being said, let's just get into it. So the first thing that you need to do is you need to create your Google Ads account, and then your account is going to look something like this. Now, I have gone ahead and created a new account, so yours should look pretty much the same. So you need to create a new campaign, and you can do this by clicking this button right here, new campaign, or you can just go over this one right here. So we're gonna hit create campaign. Then here you want to choose create a campaign without goals guidance, and then you want to go to video, obviously, and then what you want to do is you want to click drive conversions. Okay, so hit this one right here, and here you're gonna have a goals to optimize for a specific campaign. Generally speaking, is you want to again drive leads, drive conversions. But if you don't have anything set up here for now, just don't worry about it. You can set it up. Then we're gonna have this page right here, and first of all, we can choose the campaign name. Generally, what we do is we have offer name, then offer name. Then after this, we're gonna have the traffic type. So, for example, let's just say that we're gonna, retarget cold traffic. You can have remarketing, you can have warm, you can have whatever. Then I would just put the date. Now, specifically working 5th of June. Then you are going to say how many ads are you going to have in this specific campaign. So if you want to test 3 different ads for this specific campaign, for example, you can just put in 3 ads. And then what I would also do is I would, specify the targeting. Okay, so what type of audience we're going to target. So for example, if we want to target like in market audience, then I would just put in market, and let's just say that we're going to target men, whatever, for specific interest. Now you can get more specific here, but the point is that you put in here the audience. So this is a good naming conversion. So next is you're going to target the location. Here's pretty straightforward, is the country or like the location that you want to target. For this example, we're going to target the US. You can always go to advanced search here. You can target specific cities or like states when it comes to US, like separate states. So you have a bunch of options here. So this is where you're going to select your location. Next things, we're going to go to languages, and here I would recommend you to select English, for example, if you're going to target the US or like an English speaking country. This is the language that the people who are going to actually view your ads are going to have their YouTube account set up in. Okay, so just go with whatever country you're going to target and select here the language that you want to target, basically. Okay. Next thing is going to be the bid strategy. So here, what I recommend you to do is I would recommend you to go with target CPA. So CPA is basically the cost per action. So here you're going to have multiple options. Let's just say that you have a VSL funnel, like a funnel where people can opt in with their email address and like first name, and they become officially a lead, and you want to optimize for leads, basically. Okay. So in this case, the cost per acquisition is going to be the cost per lead that you want to get from this specific campaign, because we are going to optimize for leads, for signups. Okay, so people completing with their details. Now, in this case specifically, let's just pretend that here would be USD. You want to put the target cost that you want to pay per lead. So for example, in most of the cases, it's probably going to be 15 bucks. Obviously, it depends on the offer, industry, account, and so on. But let's just assume that the cost per lead, generally speaking, would be $15. Okay. With that being said, what I would usually do here is I would bump up the cost per lead with $5. So if normally speaking your cost per lead is 15 bucks, then I would just put in here 20 bucks. Okay, so we are going to do this. Now, if your campaign is spending a lot of money and it's not giving you a lot of conversions, then you can eventually get this down to like 17 bucks. And then if you're still not getting good results, then you're going to get this down to 15. But again, I would just add $5 more to the cost per action. So let's just leave it at like 20. And let's just pretend that here would be USD. Budget and dates here, I would 99% of the time go with a daily budget. This specifically if you don't want to go with like a campaign that you're going to run for 7 days, for example, and then you're never going to run that campaign ever again. In that case, I will go with campaign total, but 99% of the time I just go with daily. In terms of the daily budget that I'd recommend you would be between 50 bucks to 100 bucks. Now, what you need to keep in mind is that the Google Ads algorithm is going to optimize based on data and based on conversions. So you need at least 5 conversions every single day in order for your algo to properly optimize. Okay. So that being said, if your goal and if generally speaking you are gonna want to get cost per action at $20, so $20 cost per lead, then you want at least 5 conversions per day, at least 5 leads per day in order for your algorithm to properly optimize. So what I would do in this case is I would put a net budget obviously of at least $100 per day in order to properly optimize. So again, at least 5 conversions per day, ideally seven and even more than that. Okay, just keep this in mind. So again, daily budget, this is the minimum budget that we need in this specific case. Networks, there's not much that you can do here, so we're not going to talk about this. Obviously, site links. Here, what you can do is you can add multiple links. So, for example, if you want to drive people to separate landing pages, like different landing pages for like different offers, different products, you can add multiple links here. But for most of us, we're going to drive traffic to a single URL. So, what you want to do is you want to have a URL here. Basically, paste the URL of your funnel, and this is basically free real estate that's going to be underneath your video ad. So you can definitely paste in here your funnel URL. Additional settings. Now you want to go for devices, and I would just select specific targeting for devices, and I would remove TV screens and tablets because generally speaking, these targetings right here are not going to bring you conversions at all. So I would just deselect these. That's that. Frequency capping. Now, just for starting out, I wouldn't really recommend you to set up a frequency cap. But if you're going to scale or if you're going to run on a bigger budget, if you have like a broader audience, or it also depends on the type of campaign that you want to do, I would just do this. I would do a frequency cap of 5 impressions per week and 7 views per week for a specific video. Now, again, if you run retargeting, then you definitely need to set a frequency cap, or if you really want to scale. But for cold traffic and for starting out, I wouldn't really worry about this again. Now, you want to go to video enhancements and you want to deselect these because this is a future newly pushed by Google, where Google is going to take your longer format YouTube ad, which is 3 minutes, 4 minutes, whatever, and is going to split that automatically using AI into multiple shorts, and is going to run those shorts as ads. This is going to waste your budget. This doesn't work really well. So just make sure that you deselect these altogether. Group name here, generally I want to use a clean name, agent, whatever. And then the next step that you want to do is you want to go to audience. Here you can add an audience. You can basically, select on demographics. Basically, you have multiple options here. We're not going to go over these options right now in this video, but basically here is where you're going to select your audience and you're also going to name it. So let's just assume that we have selected this audience. Now, when it comes to optimized targeting, this feature right here, if you want to start out again, I would just deselect this. Now, if you want to really scale your account and if you want to reach broader pockets of people, then I would leave this as selected. But for now, just starting out, I wouldn't really worry about this. Now, that's pretty much it when it comes to the campaign. What I would usually do is I would hit skip and then just create a campaign. And you can actually go after you've hit skip and if you have created the framework of the campaign, you can go back and you can create multiple YouTube ads, and you can basically hit edit on the campaign and you can add your YouTube ads afterwards. So this is what I would normally do. I would hit skip and then I would add the YouTube ads afterward, and I would go ahead and edit the campaign after this bit. Basically, let's just create a YouTube ad just for the sake of this video. And all you need to do is you need to take the link of your YouTube ad. Here I just took like a random link from Alex Ramosi video. I'm going to paste it in here. So what you want to do for uploading your YouTube ads is you want to upload your videos on your YouTube channel as unlisted videos. Okay. So then after this, let's just pretend that this is going to be your YouTube ad. You just take the link and you just paste it in here, and you can add multiple YouTube ads. Here, the final URL is basically going to be the URL of your funnel. So let's just assume that in this case, it's going to be my site. Then display URL, you can put whatever, opt-in, webinar, input, whatever. Then call to action is going to be most of the times learn more. And then here you can put whatever headline you want. For example, headline, scale your high ticket biz. Long headline, scale your high ticket business using YouTube ads. Forget the spelling. Description, and here you can just put like any description that you want. And that's pretty much it. Now, when it comes to naming conversions, I would just name your ads. I would just put like a suggestive name so you know exactly what you're looking for here. So, for example, ad one, hook one, right? So you know exactly which ads are going to bring you results. So you know exactly what to do. That's really it. Then you're going to hit create campaign, and there you go. Your campaign is created. So that being said, guys, if you enjoyed this video, make sure that you actually share the video, you hit the like button, and if you need help with setting up your YouTube ads, or if you need help with running your YouTube ads and really scaling them, then just make sure you can always book a call using the link in the description down below, and you can reach out to us, and we're going to help you set up your campaigns and really help you scale those campaigns if you want to run YouTube ads. With that being said, I'll see you in the next video.